We're honored today to have Senator Joe Robach with us. He represents the 56th Senatorial District of the state of New York. Joe is a great friend of business, and he stands with us on this issue. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce Senator Robach.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning. This is very important, I think, that we're here. We're at a critical time. We've heard of this proposed 45% hike, which I have to say, any kind of increase in anything that has to do with added cost or any business, 45% first right out of the chute, I have to say, is not only not necessary, but a little bit outrageous, I feel. And though there has been opportunities for public hearings, for businesses, companies, the general public to chime in, I think it's very important and happy and thank Klein Steel and Steve Wadhams and others who have reached out to want to vocalize this here in Rochester, to let the record clearly reflect that we're in opposition to this, and we're going to get to the reasons why in a minute. Rochester, fortunately for us, does a huge amount of exporting of New York State's exports come out of New York, which is one of the reasons why our economy is a little bit better than some of the other places in upstate New York. So, first of all, particularly to us, if this increase goes forward, it will disproportionately affect cost and, more importantly, jobs here in Rochester than other places. So we have to fight this parochially. I would also say that not just us in the elected arena, but clearly the public is talking a lot about the things that are important to them. And two things that are important to them more so than ever before are jobs and taxes. And when they talk about taxes, they talk about controlling the cost of doing business and what we spend in government. Now, this is a little bit of a role reversal, but I'm very proud of this. The legislature, especially the Republican Senate, working along with Governor Cuomo, has shut down two huge budget deficits, with not only not raising a tax or a fee, but actually lowering income tax on people earning between $40,000 and $150,000. So for 2 years in a row, I'm very proud to say we're state legislators, a number of us, who have seen things be done a little bit differently in New York, and the public seems to like it. The worst thing that could happen to me is to have an authority with some autonomy kind of undo some of that and disproportionately hit not only the trucking industry, but any company that has to ship or transport goods. This would be terrible. So this is not politics, this is merit, that we have every reason for elected officials, for business people, for employees, even if you're not affected directly by this, the cost you'll pay in goods will be affected if this goes through. Now, I'd like to see no increase on the Thruway, in all honesty. But I'm going to tell you this. We are going to continue to rail, and we're going to make sure, I'm going to do everything I can and get as many people as I can to make sure this outrageously bad business proposition doesn't go through. I'll end with this before I introduce Steve. The comptroller of the state of New York has even said to the Thruway Authority, you have to look internally to ways to save money. And I don't want to be hostile towards them, but clearly myself and my colleague, Senator George Maziarz, has talked time and time again. I would like to see the Thruway Authority, quite frankly, merge with DOT so we could do a little bit more with a little bit less and not take more money from businesses or people driving on the Thruway. Not only will this hurt business, but the other concern I have greatly is all that will happen is people are going to get their goods to the market, but you will see people using alternative routes. They'll be on other routes besides the Thruway, which will make congestion and greater traffic for people in residential and other areas. So there's really no reason, there's nothing good